Hello YouTube, and welcome to my front yard. I'm basking in, I think that's the word, basking in the sunshine today. I apologize for the wind noise in my last video. There's a little wind today, but I've made arrangements around the camera that I think will prevent the wind noise. And today I'm a little nostalgic, since a few days ago I found a page on the internet. It was a net forum called Christian Pipe Smokers, and I don't fall into that category, but they had a thread, or they had a lot of information about Irish plugs, and that's something that I take a keen interest in. And yeah, Irish plugs. I'm smoking Mick McQuaid plug today in my ash pipe. And Mick McQuaid, it's a plug discontinued, Burley, Virginia, with an alcohol almond topping. And yeah, I found the page on net, and it has a lot of information about, well, yeah, a lot in one sense and not a lot in another. A lot of information about Irish plugs. It lists, I'll put the address down in the bucket below. It lists a lot of tobacco makers from Ireland. Most of them have their roots from the 19th century, or roots in the 19th century, and different plugs they made. And there's a lot of pictures, signs, advertisement signs for the tobaccos, and pictures of the tobacco itself. And some people that have commented on the article or the thread or whatever have posted pictures from or of tobacco being manufactured, and yeah, there's a lot of pictures in there, and I'll put some of them at the end of this video, in no particular order. And I don't know, the going through the page and the list of the different tobacco makers and all the different kinds of plugs that once were available and they're now gone, made me feel really nostalgic and longing for the good old days of plug. I'm sure the good old days weren't that good, but at least there were plenty of plugs around. And I saw, or visited, took part in the really tail end of the good old days of Plug. I've spoken about it before that when I visited Ireland in 2016, I went to James Fox Tobacconist in Dublin, and they had I think it was 4 or 5 different plugs that are now all discontinued. So not too long ago there were a number of plugs available, and now not so much. And I have I just take a sip of coffee, and anyone from Sweden or Finland that sees a mug like that, I think, is brought back to the 70s. It's a Finnish design. I wrote down a list of the tobacco manufacturers that I found on the web page, and some of the plugs that they made, and some of those plugs will still exist, but in different forms. Carol's of Dundalk, that's in the Republic, but just south of the border, and they're most famous, I think, for Mick McQuaid. The stuff that I'm smoking, or trying to smoke, it keeps going out on me. I think they opened business like 1824 or something like that. And then there was William Clark and Son in Cork, my home county, and they made a plug that they called Perfect Plug. And I'm only guessing now, that that's where Peterson got their name for the 3-piece, Peterson's Perfect Plug. And then there's Gallagher from Derry, and then they moved to Belfast, that's in Northern Ireland, and they made Condor, and Condor plug is still around, but I think you can only get it in Ireland and in 25-gram bars, and it's tobacco in Ireland, it's just as pricey as in Sweden. I've been contemplating buying some, just because I like the Condor Ready Rub, but haven't done so far, and yeah. And they also made a tobacco or a plug called Warhorse, and I don't know if it's still in production, but Standard Tobacco Company of Pennsylvania through Sutcliffe launched Warhorse tobaccos. 1 red rub and 2 plugs. I think I've had one of the plugs, and it wasn't great, but it was a plug, and had a special taste. But I don't know. I think it's one of those tobaccos that was relaunched after 2007. So with the FDA rules in the US, I think it's doomed. And then there's a maker from Limerick, John Clune. I didn't put down any tobacco from them, because nothing that I not none of them rang any bells with me. The Murray and Sons from Belfast, and they made Warrior plug, Erinmore plug, Yachtsman plug, and all those I've seen. I've smoked Erinmore and Yachtsman, and I still have 7, I think, pouches of Yachtsman 50-gram pouches in my cellar. Yeah, I forgot to tell you that Mick McQuaid I've got, I think it is 5 plugs of that in the cellar. My notes. Flying away. And then Erinmore. That's the Erinmore Ready Rub, but in plug form. Yachtsman is a Burley, Virginia, with the rum topping. A Warrior, I think it's it's discontinued, just like Erinmore. And Yachtsman was a Burley, Virginia, with some sort of aromatic topping. And William Ruddle of Dublin made Velvan plug, and that was still in existing 2016, but it's gone now. And there was a G. Spillane from Limerick making plugs, and W&M Taylor in Dublin made a plug called Bendigo that sounded really interesting. Of all the plugs I found in the text, that was the one that intrigued me the most. Was a text there describing one smoker, his experience of the Bendigo plug. Bendigo is rare outside of the Emerald Isle and is enjoyed primarily by the established Irish pipe smoker. Established in this sense means impervious to doses of nicotine that would render most human beings unconscious. And apparently it's a little like Gavin Hogarth Dark Bird's Eye with Condor and Coniston plug thrown in, but really strong on the vitamin N. They say that if the Dark Bird's Eye was 5 on a nicotine scale, the Bendigo would be a 9 or 10. And yeah, that's pretty strong. And as far as I could make out from the text, it was still available 20 years ago, but it's gone now. And there were 2 more tobacco manufacturers from Cork, M&P O'Sullivan and Lampkin Brothers, Grant Brothers from Buncrana and Donegal, and TP&R Good Body from Dublin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 makers of plug, and all of them made not just one plug, maybe 5 or 6. So once Ireland was really overflowing plugs. And yeah, a lot of those I would have liked to try, but that's not going to happen. I didn't really have anything else on my mind. I just wanted to share the info about the Irish plugs. I'll leave the link, as I said, and there will be a few photos at the end. And yeah, hopefully you'll find this, you will have found this interesting, and if not, you're probably not around watching this any longer. So take care, thanks for watching, hope to see you soon again, bye.